What's up, everybody? You are here for episode number 2 of Big Drew's Food Reviews. Shout out to the Lake County Media Group. Shout out to True Conglomerate Productions, y'all. It's going down today. So listen, if you're looking right now, you see I got these beautiful people on the stage. One person I have here today is my co-host. So I need y'all to give it up, show some love to my sister, Shawna.
Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? My name is Shawna. I'm a content creator and very much a foodie. I mean, look at me, baby. Anyway, I am so excited to be here. I've been trying to try his food for quite some time now. I'm so ready, so let's do it.
Right here, we have the owner of 1119 North Chicago, Illinois, none other than Mr. Mike Coleman. What's up, bro? How are you?
Bro?
Thanks for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate
Listen, I'm glad we got you on the show because I know you the strong, silent type, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't going to ask you a whole bunch of questions, but we're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions.
All right, that's fine.
So thanks for coming on there. I've been coming to 1119 for some years now since you opened. I love the food. We still gonna review what you got here, but I definitely love the food. I love the atmosphere. Always had a good time. We've done things together in the past. So, man, I'm happy to have you here to kind of just talk about your journey, the journey of the business, and then what you want to do in the future, you know. And then we got my sister Shawna. She got some questions too. So we just gonna have a good time. So I guess how I'll start it off today is what inspired you to open a restaurant?
I think the restaurant, the thing that inspired me to open up a restaurant was the lack of the type of food that I sell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people just always felt like they had to spend a whole bunch of money to get dressed, spend a whole bunch of money to go to Chicago or downtown and pay for parking and, you know, and valet. And then they went in and had to pay a whole nother huge bill for food that doesn't really cost as much as a lot of these restaurants overrated to be.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of people who do the things that you do here. Like, you have like a bar/restaurant. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is a nice bar. You had the vibes, you had the hookah. But then I saw the food, I'm like, wait a minute. So, like, which one is your main or was your main focal point at first?
So my main focal point was always the food. I kind of got the idea while I was in Atlanta and Houston, you know, just
I was gonna say
in
those
those
draw
two
big
cities.
influence.
And I was inside of a place and I was like, man, you know what? I want to do this right here in my city. You know, I don't want to do it nowhere else. I got to do it in North Chicago. I'm from North Chicago. You know, I'm not going to tell nobody about it because I know that, you know, a lot of times when you tell people about it, they talk you out of stuff. You know,
That's
oh
right.
man, this the hood. There's not nothing here. Nobody's going to come here, you know? And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And it's done. Ain't no refund on it, you know.
For real.
So yeah, that was kind of like the ideal. That was the backstory behind it, and the reason why I opened it, just to provide good food. You know, we actually make more money off of food than liquor. So
That's awesome. You saw a vision, or you had a vision to bring something into the community that wasn't here, that the community needed, obviously, because we see how many people go in and out of the restaurant on a daily, bro. You have some of the best prices that we've ever seen. And when I say that, in a restaurant of your caliber, you're selling lamb chops, you're selling lobster tails, crab and shrimp boils, steaks, beef ribs,
and I was
pork
in Atlanta
ribs,
for a long time,
right?
And those
prices are high,
$40, $50.
and you sell them at a price, bro, where I don't care what you do. If you was homeless standing on Green Bay and Belvedere all day, you could come in and get you a meal by the end of the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so how did you put your pricing structure together, if you want to share that?
well, I think the pricing structure was, like I said, it was based off of the geographical area. You know where you're at. First of all, you know, if you have to look at what's in the area, and you know, North Chicago wouldn't actually be considered, you know, a 5-star community. It's 5-star for me because it's home for me.
Right.
You know, so you have to look at the economy. The economy is, you know, this is the type of money that people have in this area. So you have to make it affordable for them, and also where it's affordable for you, you know, where you're able to make some money and be able to provide good food for, you know, for people that may be underprivileged. You know, I still remember to this day, you know, rest in peace, Leach. Leach was one of my dishwashers. He started out the restaurant with me. And, you know, he told me one day, he said, Mike, he said, they ain't start eating lamb chops till you put them in the hood, man. They ain't know what lamb chop was, you know. And so, you know, like I said, as you price these things out, you always want to be profitable, you know. Me now being in the food industry, I see that a lot of places are like extremely, you know, they try to quadruple and make 5 to 10 times their money, and I just feel like, you know, sometimes you're gonna get stuck with food versus having an affordable price where at the end of the night everything is gone. You know, because in the food industry, wasted food is, you know, that's the worst thing. You don't want to waste food. You prefer and you want to sell out versus waste food. You know, especially with our food. All our food is made fresh to order. So you want to sell, you know, you want to sell this stuff out. We don't want to save no food. You know, at the end of the night, we're riding down 10th Street and we giving out free meals. Wow. So, yeah.
That's really dope. That's really dope. What's a funny cooking story that you might have happened in the kitchen?
It's so much history in the kitchen. You know, just to say, for one, when I started out this restaurant, I didn't even know how to cook. So I didn't know how to cook at all.
I was gonna ask, was cooking always your thing? Like, where did the food part come from for you?
Cooking was never my thing. Cooking, I just like to eat. I'm like Drew.
Show you right.
I like to eat, and you know, I knew 2 young ladies that I was going to buy food from, and I'm like, man, I'm about to open up this restaurant. Y'all want to open it up for me? And they like, of course, come on, you know.
So you gave them an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, one of them even quit her job for 18 years. She's worked at a job for 18 years, and she quit and came over there, and she's still with me to this day. You know, like I said, I didn't know how to cook. I actually learned how to cook everything on the menu from just being there, from watching. You know, my cooks never sat me down and taught me how to cook, and I knew I needed to learn, because when your employees feel like you need them, then you know, you kind of get a certain attitude, you know. And so until you show them that, hey, I can do this without you, then that's when the respect comes, you know, even. So I said, you know what, let me learn how to do this. You know, you never know, you know, it may be another opportunity may arise for my cooks to go elsewhere. I need to know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know,
because even the presentation of your meals are amazing. So is that another thing that they did? Like you watch them plate, you know, because it's like the taste is one thing, but taste also is visually. So is that another thing that you've been learning how to do? Is just plate?
That was the main thing. Like I know Nadia, she was a big stickler for that. Like, Mike, don't send that out. Like, we're not sending that out. That don't look right. It looks a mess. And I didn't really understand her for a long time. And she was like, Mike, the presentation is everything people eat with their eyes.
Yeah.
You know, before they even eat the food.
That's good. That's really good.
I think that was another reason why I market so much, is because, you know, a restaurant could be open, but, you know, say you get on social media and you scroll, and now you see it, it's an impulse thing. You're ready to order.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You ain't lying.
See that little dash of parsley, like, like, oh, I need that.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, presentation is everything for any restaurant, and I tell people all the time. I mean, your food might not be great, but you know, you're gonna get a minute with the presentation. Then they'll have something to say afterwards. But you know, if the presentation doesn't look right, then people are not gonna come at all. So.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You said something that triggered a thought on me, and then I lost the thought. But I'll say this. Let me see. So, how many years have you been in business now?
We opened up 2021, July 22nd, 2021, which was my birthday.
That's my mama's birthday too. That's crazy.
Right through the midst of the pandemic, how did that affect your business? Do you feel like it affected your business at all?
Well, with COVID, it was It was actually great because, you know, it gave us time to kind of really get ourselves together. It was more so takeout around that time. It was a lot of takeout. So it gave us time to kind of get things together instead of getting bombarded. Even though we still was getting bombarded, you know, from day one.
Yeah.
You know, from day one it was crazy. It kind of, you know, in the beginning you get everybody in the beginning, then things kind of mellow out, you know, and then you start to pick up new customer base. You know, and that's the part right there where a lot of businesses don't make it at, is because you get a lot of hype in the beginning from friends and family, and then friends and family are like, all right, cool, we came, we're good now. We ain't coming back no more. You know? So
we supported you.
Yeah, we supported you. And so, you know, you kind of get on an even playing field, and then now your next attack is going to be new customers. Once you get that new customer wave, then it's pretty much your business is really unstoppable.
And how do you feel like you reached the community? Like, was it the flyers? Was it social media? Like, was it word of mouth mostly? Like, how do you feel like you reached at that time?
I think at that time, you know, social media is really huge. You know, it's the number one marketing for sure. You know, anybody that doesn't use social media is, they're crazy. So, I mean, I think for us, it was good food. So it kind of sold itself. You know, after a certain amount of people get it, it starts to sell itself. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, just keeping it in their face. You know, I use my platform for, you know, I use my personal platform until, you know, my social media's got to where they're at for the restaurant now, which now is like we're streaming like 100,000 views a month plus. You know, we're always up like 140, 150, 160 throughout the whole month. So, I mean, it's a lot of the reels and stuff. A lot of people don't understand the power of these reels. I got a couple reels that are close to 1 million reels right now, 1 million streams on there. So,
I like that you use your personal page, because like you're controversial on your personal page and funny. So I think it draws in a lot of attention that way too. So like you'll say something. I think you said something the other day like, "Fellas, did y'all go clean off her car?" or something like that. And I was cracking up laughing, but it brings in a different audience, so you're able to have your personal and
it's
then
authentic.
mix it with
That's just how I am. I'm authentic, and I think kind of like in life, I've always been like the underdog, and people really don't like me, and I think like people not liking you shouldn't matter, because as long as I have a product, they can come get that. You don't need
come on, bro.
You don't need me. Just come get the product. You know what I mean? So, and I think kind of not having so many people around you hyping you up keeps you focused too. Because, you know, once you start getting that bandwagon right there, you start to lose focus. You start to become Hollywood. You start to feel like, I'm
keeps
this, that, and that. You know, it keeps you humble. It definitely keeps you honest, and, you know, keeps you focused on whatever the prize is that you're chasing.
And you don't have a lot of competition around here, really. Like I don't see a lot of people doing what you do. So how do you continue to get better with the lack of competition? Not to say there's none out there, but I don't see anyone selling lamb chops and oxtails and grits. So how do you feel like that helps you?
I think it's just continue to add new things to the menu. You know, I have a list of things that I'm adding, and you know, my cooks say, "Well, why don't you do this, do this, do this?" I'm like, "Well, this is going good right now, so I don't need to do this." You know, you know, these are my wild cards. When things start to slow up, you know, then you put something else new on there. And like for me, like with the restaurant, I never looked at any of this stuff as competition. I just felt like every customer was going to support what they felt like eating that day. You know, and then again, price point. So it's like, for me, it's not competition. For me, it will actually be competition for the next business, because they have to try to compete with the prices and figure out how we're able to sell things at a certain price and things of that nature. And again, like I said, for newer businesses that are coming in, you know, it's still kind of confusing for them. So, and like I said, I've helped other businesses, because it doesn't matter. Our food is our food, and your food is your food. You know, and it's always going to be different. I don't care if it looks the same; it's different.
That's good.
You know. So.
Yeah, different experience. Yeah. Different flavor, different style.
Because I've been to your spot like twice. Yeah. And I had one wing one time, but it was the vibe. It was the atmosphere that you created. So that's what I initially came for. And then I see all this food. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? So yeah, I was excited to try that, and I'm glad that you do have the different varieties there. So I'm glad that you brought that here.
So we talked about some of the cooks that you've had over time. I thought it was genius what you did, where you took the local popular, and I don't say popular, I'll say popular because their food made them popular, cooks in the community, and you said, hey, come work in my kitchen.
Yeah.
It's like you had like the Captain Planet team
That's a boss
in your kitchen, the starting five of chefs in Lake County. They're in your kitchen, right? What gave you that idea? Like, what made you think about something like that? Because I thought that was genius.
Well, I think for me it was like it was all the everything that I did with the business. Like, it was kind of all strategic and mapped out. It was I had bullets and points for each thing, and like if I didn't get past one, then it was a no for me. So once I checked off all of those things, and for me it was, I didn't want to rent, I didn't want to lease. I've always been against that. Like, oh, I can't pay nobody no $3,500, $4,000 a month for no 5 years, and now I done gave you $200,000 by the end of my lease, and I could have bought this place. So for me it was, number one, I need to be able to buy. Number two, I need to be able to get a liquor license. Number three, I needed to have cooks, the cooks that I wanted to start the business. And so once I had all three of those checked off right there, then I was like, okay, it's a go for me. And you know, I reached out to a couple cooks, some other cooks that they have potentially been in other places in the past. I don't believe in going after a cook that's at another, you know, establishment already. You know, I just don't believe in that. I think that's kind of like, in a way, it's shady business. I mean, in a way, it's not for the employee because it's another opportunity, and it may be an opportunity that's better than what they're in. At the end of the day, they still have to pay their bills and feed their family. And so I said, for me, like I said, I dealt with Nadia and Shamika for years. I always ate their food. You know, they was the ones that fed me for a lot of years. You know, so I'm like, hey, I'm going to do this business right here. You know, what do you guys think? And they're like, are you serious? I'm like,
right.
I'm serious. I said, I got the place, you know, already. You know, so like I said, it just worked out. It worked out for me. I've had a lot of different cooks come and go. But at the end of the day, you know, Nadia's still there. Shamika actually took a leave from her job to open my business up.
That's amazing.
You know, and she took like a 3-month leave and came over and worked for me to just get the business up and going, and she went back to her job. So, you know, it was, you know, like I said, we really got lucky, and, you know, they just gave us the formula, you know, and like for me, I'm a visual learner. So, you know, I don't need you to write down no recipes and tell me nothing. I just need to see it. You know, I need to see it. That's the way that I'm able to learn. And, you know, it was just kind of really history from there.
That's dope. That's dope. So you host a lot of events, and you've kind of become the king of the brunch out here. Every time I come to the brunch, I love it. The music is on point. I think it's usually DJ G Daddy up there doing his thing, and he always is coming in with the good music, the dope blend. So I could chill. I could bring my family in there and really just have a good time. We were just in there, last Sunday we were just in there chilling and enjoying ourselves. And now you're doing something a little different on the third Saturday of every month, where you're bringing in local business leaders to host network brunches. So how did you come up with that idea, and give us a little insight on that?
I think for me is the most conversation you'll get out of me is anything about business. So, I mean, I don't really, not a social person when it's just, hey, how you doing? Let's, you know, talk. We're talking about business. I can talk about business with anybody. You know, for me, I've been blessed to understand and learn business front to back. You know, I own multiple businesses. So, you know, it's just something that I just felt like, hey, this is an opportunity for a bunch of business owners to be able to get together, be able to eat, be able to, you know, congregate and you know, exchange. You know, you don't even have to exchange ideals. You can just exchange information. You know, you can, because that's important. A lot of people don't know who does what in the community, and even outside the community. Like I said, I got a bunch of ladies coming from Milwaukee that are coming down. you know, and they're like, man, this is something that we've been looking for. I mean, I think a lot of people understand that networking outside of your area is more powerful than networking.
Because everyone does different
so.
things, and so
Yeah.
you never know what you can get when you work and build together. So
Yeah, we were just having a networking conversation before you walked in a little earlier, where we were just talking and introducing different people and their skill sets, and it's like, oh, you do this. I need somebody for that, you know. And that's the opportunity that you definitely give when you have an event like that. People can come and say, hey, I've been looking for this. You do that.
Yeah.
Let's connect. Let's talk past this this engagement right now.
Yeah.
especially when it's catered to that, even like it's not just like a regular brunch day. It's like, you know, we have these different businesses here.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, say who you are. If you got your digital business cards, things like that. People know what the agenda for that event is going to be. So I think that is.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really like a lot of people that are reaching out to me are people that are like really strong in the community and they're really like, you know, man, we've been looking for something like this, you know, and I was like, you know, you got good food, you know, the ambiance is good, you know, everything is good. I mean, why not bring people together and take advantage of it? So, I mean, it's free. You know, a lot of people are like, how much is it? And I'm like, it's free. You know what I mean? Like you know, what do we get out of, you know, charging you to come and network, you know? Say you pay for the food and, you know, it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
I'm big on the free, you know what I mean? Because it's always other ways to make money off of something that's free.
Yeah. And I can always say that you are big on free. We've seen you feed the homeless. We've seen you feed the students at the high school for sports banquets. We did a Juneteenth event last year. You sponsored food and sent us some food for some of our VIP people. You know, you've always been willing to say, hey, if you got something going on, I'm willing to participate and to give to the different events and the different organizations that are in the community. I think that's dope because I'm a true believer in that when you sow, you receive that back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a certain area where a lot of your success comes because you're so willing to just give. It's not just about checking a bag. It's about saying, you know what, I want to make sure my community has something and that everybody in my community benefits from what we have here.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like your stance is in the community? Like you went into being a business owner of this restaurant/bar, but now you have like really strong ties in the community. Is it something else that you're looking forward to doing within the community or a part that you feel like you play in the community?
I mean, for me, you know, I want to play Monopoly in North Chicago. You know, I'm not.
Come on.
You know, like I said, for me, it's the community, it's the politicians that are there, it's the need for the stuff that we need. I feel like a lot of people are scared to take a risk on where you're from. You know what I mean? And I think we're the only ones that can build our community up. You know, and the thing is that we have an advantage to build the community up, and once we've built it up so far, guess what? Then you start to get these big corporations that want to come in, and you already had the advantage because you've been there. You know, you've been there and you're established in this community, and you know the big corporations don't really do nothing but bring the value of the community up. You know, they put it on a bigger platform, and so if you're already there, you know what I mean. It's a great thing. Like the casino, even the casino coming, we get a lot of people from the casino. Our restaurant, we benefit huge off the Navy base. The Navy base is huge. You know, they come in. Ubers and taxi cabs, they're coming in 20 deep and 30 deep Fridays and Saturday nights. You know, we have a great relationship with a lot of the high-ranking commanders over there, military police, a lot of the academy people, the instructors, and
that's awesome.
You know, like I said, for us is, you know, it was just it's a lane that's been created, and you know, like I said, I'm really enjoying it right now. So
that's good. That's really good. So, Mike. We have a lot of people that are watching that want to open up their own restaurant. People that are cooking and selling plates out of their homes. What would you say, give them maybe a quick 1, 2, 3 steps that they should take to start their journey?
I mean, I think a lot of people that are cooking out of their homes, the first thing that they need to do is establish a business, you know, and a lot of people have not established a business, so they're not legal. You know,
say that.
You're cooking out of your home, and you're not legal, you can't even be looked up. You know, even if you wanted to legitimize yourself, and if you wanted people to come to your home, there's certain people that say, you know what, the food is good, but I'm not buying out of no house. You know, maybe if they're able to Google it and see that it maybe takes them to your house, they're like, okay, well, this is an actual business, or whatever the case may be. So I think, like, my first thing is that people need to establish themselves as a business, and you need to establish yourself to be able to pay taxes on this business. That 100% legitimizes you.
Wow.
You know, once you're a tax-paying person off of this food, a lot of people say, hey, well, I'm going to lose money. No, because at the end of the day, if you had established this and was paying your taxes 2 years ago, guess what? Now you have a track record. Now you can go to the bank and say, hey, this is what I did the last 2 years in revenue out of my home. You know, can I get a commercial loan? And banks only want to see what you can actually make and what you can actually do before they loan you money.
I better get these nuggets.
Right.
You know, and so, like I said, people are doing $200,000 out of their house, but no one knows about it because it's nothing documented there. That $200,000 that you just did out of your house, you can go to the bank now, and the bank can say, okay, well, we see you did $200,000 in revenue. We'll loan you $50,000.
That's crazy.
We'll loan you $50,000 to start a business. We believe in what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of just starts from there. If you don't have the capital, you know, it starts from there. And, you know, even with the health department, you know, you want someone to be able to watchdog you, to make sure that you're doing everything right, because that's the main thing that you don't want to do is get anyone sick.
Yeah.
You know, once you start getting those grades with the health department, C's and D's and stuff like that, health department starts to come more and more and more, because now it's a possibility you can spread something in the community that can get a lot of people sick. You know, you're not doing something right. It's a lot of cross-contamination. It's a lot of, you know, stuff that's going on that's dirty. So, yeah, like I said, those are the main two things. I mean, I think you can't establish yourself if you don't have a business. You know,
that's good.
A person is not a business. A person can be a brand, but you need to establish that, and you need to put it, you know, you need to have it on writing. You need to have it in paper.
So handle your business.
So what you're saying is you're going to teach a class on this.
I'm ready. I've been
ready
for that.
Yeah. Come on. So listen. So on the flip side, what is a misconception that some of the newer business owners have going into business?
I think the main thing is that new businesses, they feel like because they're popular in the community, that it's going to transfer over to you having a business. It doesn't work that way. I think people, you know, some of the people that are on social media that are getting 1,000 likes and 1,000 loves, that doesn't transfer over when it's time for people to come spend money with you.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the biggest misconception. People are like, oh man, I got it. But then now you done went and spent all this money and you're not getting the support that you're getting. Now your business has failed because
now they got to spend money.
Yeah, now you have to spend
likes,
money.
Loves, all of that stuff, that's free. That's a button. But when I got to come out of my pocket, that's me actually.
Right.
That's me actually supporting. That's me
really
actually.
Figure out where the love is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, that's big right there. And, you know, I think people need to get as much training and as much education on business before you open it, because one thing about our community and our culture is a lot of monkey see, monkey do. And some of the monkeys are really monkeys. They're really doing it. You know, and there's some that's trying to do it. I don't want to be the trier. I want to be the one that's doing it. So.
All right. So we're talking about business. Let's talk about customers and let's talk about social media. So we know last week we had somebody that came to the restaurant. And you've had multiple people that have come to the restaurant and done reviews. You've had reputable people that have hundreds of thousands of followers that's what they do. They travel the country, going to different restaurants. They've stopped into your restaurant and they've said, hey, we had an amazing time. Food was good. Music was good. Atmosphere was good. Customer service was great, right? You've gotten those reviews. But last week we had somebody that was up and coming, right? And she did a review and it wasn't such a favorable review. And I ask you this to say, how does social media when it comes to now everybody doing podcasts, everybody being food reviewers or product reviewers, how does that hurt or how does it benefit a business?
Well, I'm gonna say this: with our business, I think again, social media is king. So social media is definitely king when it comes to business. I think my business really turned and it did a huge 360 when it was an individual around here that used to always go live about 11:19, and it was like people like, Mike, why you never respond to that person? I'm like, bro, he's getting 3,000 viewers on there. Let him keep going live every day. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's getting 3,000 viewers on here talking about 11:19 and talking about me. So I'm like, yo, let it keep going. Like it's bringing people into the restaurant. And so with the situation that you was referring to, like I said, for me, I kind of felt like the actual food content and review people that have reached out, they've always reached out. I don't think content and food reviewers have the actual intention of coming to a restaurant to say that your food is bad. That's not and I had a friend reach out to me that's huge, one of the people that you're talking about. He was like, Mike, we always want to reach out before and let you know that we're coming because we want the review to be your best. We don't want to come eat food that's bad, We want we're not food police. We want to have good food, and if we're letting you know we're coming and the food is just not good, then it's just not good. We're going to eat the food and we're going to go through it piece by piece and say, I don't like this because this or that. Yeah. I don't like this because of this. I like this right here because of this. So when you're actually reviewing the food, your attitude has to be positive. You have to go in you have to look at it as work. This should be work for you. If you're a content or a food reviewer, this is a job for you. Yeah. This is work. So at the end of the day, you still have to remain professional because guess what? When other businesses see you coming, they're not gonna want to serve you. They're not gonna want to, And so for me, I understood and once I felt like that this person wasn't an actual, to me, a food reviewer because of what I saw, my response has always been, hey, did you reach out to anybody? Because I've corrected a lot of orders. Like 11:19 is not perfect.
And you're always so polite. I see that. You always take that chance to fix what's wrong.
I mean, I always just want the opportunity to be able to fix whatever's wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, if you still want to say whatever you're going to say, at least I know in my heart of hearts that I fixed the problem. So anything else after that is on you, So again, like I said, with that situation, there was no ill will towards the lady. I think social media kind of hyped it up more than what it was. And, somebody's like, well, Mike, it kind of hyped up because of you. You know what I mean? It was like, if you think about it, it was you. So that added a whole lot to it. It was 11:19. It's like, people hear so much good. And it's a lot of people that are sitting back waiting to hear the bad,
And she was entitled to her opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like I said, the opinion was, understood. I think instead of labeling it food review, and I think it was just a bad experience. Yeah.
That's good.
I would have said, hey, I had a bad experience or whatever the case may be. And so when you have a bad experience, I think that it's your due diligence to kind of try to correct it. Yeah. I mean, if I spend my money, whether I spend $2 or $3, if it's not right, I'm going to go back and talk to somebody about it and say, hey, man, this is not right,
Yeah.
And for me, I think she was just stuck on the mac and cheese, like, oh, it was sour. And I'm like, man, we sell 2 to 3 pans of mac and cheese a day. I think if it was sour for you, it was sour for everybody. And so, we don't have many people chiming in saying, hey, the mac and cheese was sour, so I don't know. Maybe it was your taste buds. Was it COVID coming on? You couldn't taste the food right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But usually when you have an issue, it becomes a mass issue.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with a restaurant, we don't sell 1 or 2 meals a day. Try 30
That's a
40
very
to
good
50
point.
meals a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and for me, when you're dealing with dairy and seafood and all this stuff, if something isn't right, I mean, morally, you will want to say something so someone else doesn't get sick.
Yeah.
you know, these are things that people can really get sick at, and instead of you know, social media. And like I said, for me, it was still, I look at all of this stuff as promotion. Yeah. I look at anything as marketing and promotion. As long as you can get my name out, I think we was trending for probably 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Like trending where everyone was talking about it, where it was older people, young people, church people, everybody was talking about it. Man, you heard about 11/19?
We preached on it Sunday.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it was everywhere. So, like I said, for us, it's like, it keeps us on our square too, though. You know, so we need those situations too,
that's good.
To kind of say, hey, even if it wasn't right, let's just tighten up. Let's make sure everything is cool. You know, and so you need those type of situations. For us, it's still business as usual. You know, it doesn't stop the business. You know, for me, I like I said, I just always want to correct stuff. You know, just, you know, even if you're gonna feel some type of way, let me correct it. You know, so at least you know what the proper way of your food should taste if it doesn't taste right this time. You know, give me the opportunity, and if it doesn't taste right the next time, let me give you your money back. Because,
but you handled everything with care. Like you were very polite in the comments, you know, as much as you could be. And then also you went live like the next day making a pan of macaroni and then gave it out.
And giving macaroni away.
And I still miss
free macaroni.
It's still up. My cousin told me the other day, he said, Mike, do not delete that live, man.
Yeah, don't do it.
Hey, I said, why? He said, Mac, I'm trying to get that recipe. I said, that's fine, you know. No. I said it's up, you know, for us, you know, like I said, this is, you know, these sides they contribute. They're items that go with other items that we sell. So it's like, you can make all the mac and cheese at home that you want. Yeah. But is it going to taste good with your lamb chops? You don't know how to make lamb chops. Right. So, you know, and so is it going to taste good? Or, you know, and like I said, I can understand. I think even with the mac and cheese thing, it was like, lady said, well, you do put sour cream in there, so it does give it a different taste, you know. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know. I mean, we do,
and it still get bought up.
But it still
gets bought. So, you know,
and people, and I'll say this. I think macaroni and cheese is probably one of the hardest sides for any restaurant. Yeah. It's very rare that I go to any restaurant and I can get some macaroni and cheese that I like. And there's probably only maybe 2 places, including 1119, where I like the macaroni. You know, so I think that's a very hard side. I don't know why it's so hard, but a lot of people, either it's macaroni that just tastes like the macaroni noodles and the cheese, or it's just, I don't even know what they did to it. It's too watery, too milky, or whatever, you know. So to keep that consistency and to keep that flavor, I think that's a good thing. But I do want to say this to the young lady that did do that video. She did say she was an upcoming person, so she's learning. And this is for anybody else that's up and coming, and you want to do a podcast, you want to review food and things of that nature. You know, I would say before you do something like that, just really study the industry that you're trying to start off in. There are all types of people that would be happy to help you to develop and get the things right. Everybody's always going to have their own way of doing things. Everybody's going to have their own way of critiquing things and using catchphrases to get attention from people, you know. But I think we have to understand it's just like freedom of speech. We can say whatever we want to, but just because you can say whatever you want doesn't mean that there's not a consequence that can come behind what you say. So what you post is what you post.
And it's out there.
And if people view it negatively, you got to have some tough skin to be out here in the social media world.
And as a content creator myself, I can definitely understand, like, when those negative comments start coming, you have two choices.
Can you believe they call me fat?
I can't believe that. How could
you? Oh my God.
I don't know you. I would have been like, what? But as a content creator, you have two things you can do: either delete it or fight for your life. So it's like, in those comments, she was
fighting for her life.
Yeah. But it helped you in a sense, because every time a comment came, it was pushed more, and then, you know, you've already built your rapport in this city. So it's like, yo, everybody was going to bed like, nah, this food is really good. So the more it was talked about, the more everybody was like, yeah, I'm going down to 1119. Like I said, I've only been there twice and I haven't had, but I'm like, I gotta go get this food, especially this macaroni and cheese, because I didn't see the problem. But as a content creator, you have to have, like you said, you can't go in like okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be me. You have to think like, yo, I really just want to try this food. You don't have to say if it's not right. I spent my money. I didn't get this for free. If I spent my money, I'm gonna go and try to get it fixed. Like, that's all to it. And you can even mention that as a content creator. You like, I didn't quite like this, that, and the third, but the owner was nice enough to hear me out.
Yeah, I think you got to get the full story because anytime, even I've had people call me because they know I'll be at 11:19, and I've called Mike and I say, hey, I had somebody come through. This is what happened. Mike say, hey, give me their name, have them reach out to me. I'm gonna take care of it. And I think that's what we have to do. We got to have the conversations with the business owners.
Yeah.
Right. We got to talk to them, and we got to say, hey, this was the experience I had. I give people a 3-strike rule. I'm gonna come the first time when you open up, check you out, see what you're doing, and if I really ain't digging, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. Hey, these are the things I think you can do to help your business. Second time I come, if I see you made those improvements, I'm like, okay, but maybe you didn't. I'm gonna have another conversation with you. But if I come the third time, fam, and you ain't changed nothing, the same bad service, the same tasteless food, come on, fam, I'm not coming back. And then you might get me to say, I did not have a good time at this restaurant because my track record has shown in 3 different times.
And it was still
and I've taken a month. I've taken 2 months between these times to give you time to really learn the game. And you ain't did nothing different.
Yeah,
fam, I can't give you a good review, but I think when you do it that way, and I can begin to say, I talked to the owner, I talked to the staff this many times, and I told them, and then more people come behind me and say, well, I've had a similar situation. Now we're making the community aware that, hey, this might not be the best place to go, but I'm always tell you, go anyway.
Well, again, like I said, for me, a lot of the food, like I watch Darius Cooks a lot. I watch Keith Lee a lot. Rolling Up K, I watch her a lot. She was trying to actually get her at the restaurant. And I think for a lot of food reviewers, they want to let you know, they want you to have your best. Like, we want your best. Like, we're coming in. Hey,
like that.
Can you put 5-6 dishes together?
But I did slide in the DMs like, I'm gonna come by.
Like give us 5 meals. That's your best food, and we want to review your best food. Like, we're not coming in. I don't want to come in and be surprised. I want to come in and have the best thing you have, and then then now I'm able to give you feedback on whatever you may feel is your best meal.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But also as a food reviewer, like sometimes, and I'll do the flip side of that, you can't tell them all the time. If this is something that you do, like you're not going to all the time say, hey, I'm coming to your restaurant, this, that, and the third. And so, she gave her honest feedback, and that was fine. But like I said, it definitely did, not to say it helped because you're already very much established in what you do, but it definitely got the momentum going. Like you said, you were viral for a few days in a row.
Listen,
so I think
over 60,000 people watched that video, fam. That helped.
Yeah.
That helped because people are looking and people are curious now. They want to come in. And then you're going to turn around, bro, because people watching your page because they want to see your response. You're going to turn around and give away macaroni, black people favorite side. Man, please. I was like, I'm going to go in there just because the macaroni free. I'm going to see if it's spoiled.
It was
I'm going to see.
There was somebody came and got a Kool-Aid and the mac and cheese.
Hey, I saw somebody say it's coming to get a Kool-Aid and mac and cheese.
That's all I need is a Kool-Aid and mac and cheese. So, no, like I said, it was for me, marketing is my thing. So, like, I know how to take certain situations.
That is true.
And you did really good.
Myself.
So, for up and coming people that want to get into the industry, give them some encouragement.
Encouragement is to just ask questions. That's the main thing, is to ask questions. I think a lot of people are prideful and they don't want to ask questions. They don't want to feel like, I'm giving somebody my ideal. Sometimes that's the best thing. It's like, because I would have been able to tell you, like, don't do that. That's not it. Do that a little later. Maybe try this, and then add that on a little later. Check out a lot of these food groups that are online. These food groups, there's a lot of information in there. You don't even have to say much in these food groups. You can just sit back. A lot of times somebody else is going to say what you want to say anyway. And so you'll have 100 and 200 answers that you can go through and look at different things. If you don't even want to say anything, if you don't want to chime in or anything, then, do that. And like I said, just just follow what you want to do. So, and don't be scared, because risk takers are the ones that are really capitalizing in this world nowadays, in this day and age. Just people that are willing to take a risk.
Like, I like your business mind, because what a lot of people don't understand is that, yeah, you got step A, B, and C, but step A has 1, 2, 3. Step B has 1, 2, 3, to go along with that. So it's not always a straight path. You got to break down those individual entities first in order to be successful.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, Mike, for anybody that wants to get in contact with you, that wants to visit the restaurant, where can they go to find you?
They can. We have Instagram, 1119 Kitchen and Cocktails on Instagram. We have Facebook, 1119 Kitchen and Cocktails. We have TikTok. Emails, 1119, the word 11, the number 19, kc@gmail.com.
So what's next? Like, what's next for 1119? Like, you got your building. I'm like, you making big moves.
Milwaukee is next.
Come on.
Food truck is in about a month.
Yes.
Which will be 1119 on the go.
We'll be there.
Nice.
And so, like I said, we're gonna definitely expand. This isn't the end. I've had people reach out to me that want to franchise the concept.
Yes.
So they don't actually want to franchise. They just want to franchise the entire concept. Like, hey, I want to do the same exact thing that you did, but with a different name. So, like I said, we're definitely on the move. I'm motivated, and as long as you're motivated, you're gonna keep growing. So,
yeah. So, man, we appreciate you being on the show, bro. We wish you many, many blessings, man. You've been a blessing to the community. You've given us something that we used to have to go all the way to Chicago or all the way to Milwaukee to get. We have that here now, and we appreciate that. So y'all give it up for my brother, Mike Coleman, 1119 Kitchen and Cocktails. And when we come back, we about to eat some of this food.
Yes.
You heard me? It's
Sorry
going down.
If you're not here.
All right, y'all already know this is the time y'all been waiting on. We've been doing all of that talking, all of that educating. I know that was good, but y'all really are watching because you want to know, how does the food at 1119 taste? So, Shawna, you got some shrimp and grits over there. I got some lamb chops over here. You hear me? It ain't even Easter. You hear me? We got a crab ball right here. You got a mac and cheese. You got greens. I got a mac and cheese. You got greens. We got mac and cheese, y'all. We got the legendary mac and cheese, y'all. We got it right here from 1119. Okay. So listen, what you want to try? What you want to try first?
I'm gonna try the mac and cheese since it's been such a big thing.
Come on, let's see.
I really wanted to, because it looks good. Don't drop it. I like the little burnt part. It's
that little
burnt part be real good.
Come on now, mac and cheese. This ain't craft.
No, this homemade. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Hold on.
Cheers.
Toast.
All right.
Oh, you got a big old piece.
That's good.
Are y'all watching this? This macaroni and cheese is good.
It's not sour at all.
It ain't sour. It ain't spoiled. Listen, that sour cream, I don't know. It's something about that.
Seriously, it is really good. Like no lies told. Here, it's really good.
Sour cream ain't just for tacos no more, baby.
And you can't really go anywhere in the community and get like authentic baked macaroni and cheese.
Y'all hear I'm eating this? That's for y'all that's listening.
Listen.
This is real. Let me tell y'all something. This macaroni cheese is creamy. That's right. I only breathe hard when I eat.
It's real good.
This macaroni cheese is creamy. The noodles on point. The flavors on point, fam. And I can't even tell you, like, this ain't your usual macaroni and cheese flavor. This is off the chain. They add something. There's a secret something in the macaroni at 1119. Man.
They put their foot in that.
I don't want nobody's foot.
I told.
We got to quit saying that.
We really do. Who made that?
Because did you ever see the bottom of your grandmama's foot when she was cooking?
That's disgusting.
Nasty.
All right.
You want that in your food? Oh my God.
Not at No, this is actually really good. Okay, what are we trying next? We're
gonna start with the sides. Is that what we doing?
Yeah, let's do the greens. Head for the greens.
Come on, greens.
Now, is this turkey or?
This is turkey meat.
Okay.
And it look like, man, what they got? They got some little garlic in here. I see the garlic.
I see the red peppers.
I see some yellow peppers.
All right. Look at them, the Holy Trinity.
Come on.
All right.
What we working with?
Here we go.
Tell me something good. This is good for you, too. I thought them was fire.
That's not glory.
Ain't come out the can.
That's not glory at all.
So somebody was at 1119 last night.
Grandma was out there picking them greens and
They
cleaning
picked
them.
these greens. They cut these greens. They chopped them greens. Come on.
All right.
They soaked them.
I got the meat.
You got now. Back in the day, that would have been a hog maw, but that's a turkey. Do y'all even know what the hog maw really is?
And it's spicy. It's a little kick there.
Look it. I'm gonna tell you, I do need a little bit of hot sauce. Because I don't know, I just can't have cornbread. Not cornbread. I want some cornbread too. That's what I was gonna say next. Can't have greens without a little bit of my hot sauce and then a little cornbread. And you eat it like Grandma used to eat it, where she put the greens and the cornbread together and she eat it with her hand.
But this don't need no hot sauce.
Grandma said, "Let me show y'all something. This country right here." Grandma used to say,
He just stick his finger. He just
That's what
stuck
Grandma
his
used to
finger in the greens.
That's what Grandma used to do. I told you I wasn't getting none of these greens no way.
Oh, you did say you wasn't.
That's what
sharing.
Grandma used to do. Grandma was hooded. Wasn't no forks. Wasn't no spoons. She was finna use her hand.
What did they didn't have no forks and spoons?
I don't know.
Not even a spork.
Maybe it's my grandma.
I just want to get to this sausage, but I can wait for one more greens.
Pause. Here go
Beef
the lamb
sausage.
chops. Where you want to go? We go with the lamb chops and let's do the lamb chops and let's do
Okay.
the
Let's
shrimp
do that.
and grits. I'm gonna give
We got
you
the shrimp and grits.
bam. There you go.
All right. This shrimp. Now this is how you know this is hearty. It's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
I probably don't need to eat it then.
Get out.
I'm already heavy enough.
Get out. There you go.
Give
There
me
you
one
go.
spoon.
My bad. All right,
Did
so
you get a piece of shrimp?
I did. I got one.
Hold on.
I got one scrimp.
Hold on, because I ain't got one. Wait.
I got one scrimp
I want two. That's only one.
because it's a
still.
plethora of other things that I want to try. That I gotta say.
Okay, so we talked about the greens, we talked about the turkey, we talked about the kick, the spice, the garlic that we see in it, the peppers. The flavor is good, and it's a lot of juice in that thing.
Yeah. Now the owner was nice enough to travel with this, and you know how grits can get a little bit tough in the travel, but it's all about the flavor. So that's what I'm ready for.
Come on, let's see. I got a piece of shrimp on mine.
Hold on, I need to taste the shrimp.
I'm already done.
That was one bite.
Listen, so the grits, it's got that creamy consistency, that creamy texture. The grits are cooked. You ever had grits and they still all hard? You feel the grain and all that stuff?
It is very soft. The one thing
that.
I will say is that I want to go there and try while it's fresh, but it's soft, and that's the one thing that that's good is that they are soft.
The flavor is definitely there. All the seasoning is there. Yeah, I need that.
And that gravy?
Yeah. You ready for these lamb chops, though?
I've been ready. That's the one thing I've been
Let me
wanting to
go
try.
back in here. Who can give me a close-up?
Lamb chop, play along.
Listen.
Where kids come to play along. I'm sorry, little lamb.
I need all the restaurants. Watch out, Shawna. Get out of my shot.
Bye-bye, black sheep.
Listen. Y'all see this right here? This is a seasoned lemon. Ain't none of y'all restaurants even doing it. Now, some of y'all got the lemon with the little net on it. Look like somebody casting their net. But listen, y'all ain't got the lemon with the season. You see that? Look at that. Look at that seasoning right there. Girl, I don't even know what's all on this thing, but I know it's good. It tastes good. It got seasoning. You can only get this at 11.19, y'all. Where do they season some doggone lemons? Listen. And we're going to put a little bit of this on this lamb chop. You want some on yours?
Yeah, give me a little sprinkle, razzle-dazzle.
I'll give you a little sprinkle.
Give me a little razzle-dazzle of that.
Let me let you do your thing.
All right. Come on, we got to toast these lamb chops.
We could definitely do that.
Bing. All right.
Let's go. But don't y'all like this two big people just eating and hearty? It's good. Y'all just watching
and
us.
Y'all don't hear no excess breathing.
Y'all listening to us. Y'all hear that?
We ain't breathing hard.
Now, you know what? I'm the first fat person to ever have an asthma attack while eating.
And I'm the second.
You got me.
Good.
But hold on.
Oh, is it asparagus?
It's asparagus hiding under the lamb
We eat healthy
chop.
around here. We eat healthy. We done had our greens, fresh lemon, and now asparagus.
Look. Lamb chops cooked all the way. Asparagus on point. We doing all right today.
It ain't tough or nothing. It's so yummy.
Is this your first time having lamb chops?
No. This is my first time having 11-19 lamb chops, though.
And see, this is one of my go-tos when I go to restaurants in the city and stuff like that. I love lamb chops. So,
is this every weekend?
Contrary to what, this is every day.
Wait, they sell lamb chops every day?
You can get lamb chops every day. Mike said, yeah. All of this stuff on the menu, this is their everyday menu. And let me tell y'all something. Monday they close. On Tuesday, it's 2-for-1 Tuesday. 11.19, whatever meal is on there for 2-for-1, you pay 11.19. No, it's 11.19 Tuesday. That's what it is. 11.19 Tuesdays. So they have a menu of items at 11.19, which includes lamb chops. They got a boil on there. They got a shrimp and grit on there. You can do all of that. On Wednesdays, go get your wings for the low. On Thursdays, this brother got pasta Thursday, Alfredo, everything. They got jerk Alfredo, they got crab Alfredo, lobster Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo, and they got oxtail Alfredo. I tell you about that girl, her name is Maxie. You hear me? And then on Friday just a regular day. You're gonna come in there, you're gonna eat because it's the weekend. But then Saturdays, the first half of his Saturday is 2-for-1 Saturday. He has about 5 or 6 meals, and if you buy one, you get one free. You can't beat that.
You can buy some lamb chops and get something else free?
You maybe if it's on that part. I don't know if that's on the menu, but I tell you get some shrimp and grits and get one free. And a lot of times my wife, she don't feel like cooking for me, which is almost every Saturday. I go to Knott's.
Don't do her like that. Don't do her like that.
But when we don't feel like cooking,
why cook
we
when you
we
got
going
this?
to 11.19. Buy one get one free, baby. Let's go. All right.
If I ain't gonna finish nothing else, I'm finishing lamb chops.
So we got one more thing.
Oh, okay.
We got this crab on. And this is the moment you've been waiting on.
We about to get dirty. Hold on.
This is the moment you've been waiting on. Roll up your sleeves. Come on. I ain't gonna roll them up too high. My elbows might be ashy. But the tenderness of that doggone lamb chop, baby. What you gonna start with though?
I'm gonna start with the sausage.
You know, what's your favorite part of the lamb or the crab boil? What's your favorite part?
I like crab legs.
Okay.
But I don't know what. Okay, so this is why I'm zoomed in on this sausage, because some people, they give you sausage and it's like just sausage, like it's just boiled. This looked like it was fried first. You know how when you get that little crispiness on it, you know, a little burnt part or whatever?
They might have seared it a little bit,
yeah,
huh?
Exactly. That's what it looked like.
Don't be telling all their secrets, Shawna.
So I'm a food connoisseur. You know, I do content.
We've been eating for a long time.
This is what
Do
happens.
you know we got to combine about 80 years of eating between the two of us?
80 years of eating.
Boy,
it's really, we live this life.
Boy, we've been eating so long combined, we'd have been slaves.
And I'm still eating.
Still eating.
All right.
Still. I like the potato.
The potato?
And now the egg, they start putting the egg in it.
Is that butter down there?
Man, listen.
I'm going to just do one dab.
And look, I got a plastic fork. And watch out this, I went right through that potato.
Ooh.
It's
All right. So you know how when you bite in the sausage, they do that little break? I want to see.
And this potato done sucked up all the juices, pause.
That's it right there.
Oh, this is so good.
I bit the sausage, now I gotta clean my face. I don't know. Pause.
Girl.
Go in for another bite. I don't like it.
Now listen.
All right.
This crab broke. Oh my God! Look at the seasoning. Y'all hear that? I'm licking my fingers.
Okay, y'all know what? My favorite part of the crab leg is this part right here.
Oh, the cluster?
It be all the little meat that be stuck in there. And I'm not ashamed to get down and dirty when I'm eating, baby. You take me out to a restaurant, don't think I'm about to be picking over stuff. No, baby.
Shawna, we're going to have to put you on Big Drew Food Reviews after dark. So I don't know what's going on with you over there. I'm not afraid to get down and dirty.
I'm not. I'm talking about with food, bruh. Food.
I hope.
Oh, my gosh. Food.
You got to deal with that spirit.
No, it's food. It's called Big Drew's Food Review, and I'm supposed to be reviewing food. And I am dirty. Good gosh. Get your mind
listen,
the gutter.
The seasoning to this boil is fire.
Right there. Hold on. Wait.
Oh, wow, going wow. the cable man.
I'm done. I am done.
I'm the fisherman.
Shut up. All right.
Look like you got something caught in your net. Wait. Okay, listen.
Oh.
So a lot of times when you get crab boils, I don't know if they boil the crab too long, but it's like the crab leg becomes super rubbery.
Look at all that meat.
And it's hard to break. Cut, y'all. I'm done for the day.
No, it's meat. Like, you don't get a lot of meat in crab legs. Like you say, when you overcook it, sometimes the meat just I'm talking about the meat in the crab leg.
But you're right.
God, no.
And you ain't get no piece of shrimp yet.
I ain't getting no shrimp yet, but I'm gonna eat this meat.
Woo, y'all, we got a lot of cleaning up to do.
I'm dirty.
Freaking juices everywhere.
I'm not. Pause.
You can't say nothing no more.
Oh,
that's fire. Everything Oh, you want a piece of corn?
No. You go right ahead.
Let's go. Y'all want to hear me eat this corn?
I'm gonna try to find a
Make sure y'all join my OnlyFans. Fat people eating good food.
All right, I got a shrimp. This is a big piece. And then, look, they don't skip on the food either. They don't skim you. This shrimp is nice and thick. Look.
And this doggone piece of corn.
Look at this. That's flavor. I ain't dipping in the butter or nothing.
This is so good. I never did a mukbang before.
Me either. Are we doing one? Is this what this is?
It's kind of a mukbang.
I think so.
Bang, bang, bang.
All right.
Bang, 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 eat, eat, eat. Bang, 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 eat, eat, eat. Bang, 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 eat, eat, eat. Bang, 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 eat, eat, eat.
Watch me bang. Watch me bang. It's time for percolate. I'm gonna go back to this sausage because this sausage is so good. Y'all do not understand.
So listen, if you're looking for good food, really good food,
don't go to 1119 because I'm gonna be there and it ain't gonna be nothing left.
Well, go before Shawna get there if you want to eat. But go to 1119, y'all. We're talking about really good food, top shelf food, y'all, that you really ain't gonna get nowhere else for the prices that you can get at reasonable prices for really good food. Look out for the networking Saturdays every third Saturday. Look out, oh my God, for the food truck coming next month. That's February. Oh, this month
Milwaukee
actually, because
location?
this is filming. Yeah, look out for the Milwaukee location. Support Mike and everything that he does, y'all. But man, this food is fire. The macaroni is real. The greens real. Lamb chops real. Boiled real. Shrimp and grits real, baby. Everything on the menu real. We eating good. So thank y'all for watching, man. We finna finish this food, but y'all can't watch all that. We'll talk to y'all later. Join my Patreon. That's what they always say.
What?
I ain't got one yet. But Kev on stage be like, join my Patreon if you want to see the behind the scenes.
Don't.
If you want to see me eat the rest of this corn, join my Patreon.
Follow me on Snapchat.
$5 a month. You can watch me eat corn
I'm
and
only
pick it out of my teeth.
$2.99.
I got 6 gaps.
What?
I got 6 gaps. I do.
You need to go to
It's
the
really
dentist, man. Don't put that corn down. That's dangerous.
Yeah, and you know I have like 2 side teeth that are missing.
So we still gonna keep going about that?
It's the same one.
Okay,
on
so
each
we
side.
just
It's
eat.
number 12.
Shh, you ain't gotta. Don't tell everybody.
It's gone. I only smile all the way. I be like,
You just told everybody.
gotta smile like that when you got no side teeth. Like,
Oh God. You should put the corn down.
no, it's not a.
It's gonna make you have.
Join my Patreon and you can watch
Please don't
this.
join his Patreon.
Next week we're gonna talk about why is corn the only piece of food that come out in your stool whole. We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about the perseverance of the corn this Sunday at church. Because Jesus told you about the mustard seed, he never told you about the corn kernel.
What church is this?
Huh?
What church is this?
Just tune in.
Okay.
Thank y'all for coming out.
Don't tune in.
God bless you. The corn perseveres. That thing go through your whole intestinal
Cut the camera.
system.
Cut the
Y'all
camera.
can cover. Y'all get ready. Join our Patreon.
No, it's not ours.
So welcome back. Shout out to True Conglomerate Productions, where they make even ugly people look good, y'all. So if you want to do a podcast and you ugly, this is where you want to come. They can make your podcast and you look good. It's kind of like they like the make-up of video.
And if you look good, that's an added bonus.
Yeah, they the Maybelline, the MAC of video production. Okay, that's what you need to come. So if you come in here, you can look like Ursula, or what's the little thing?
Please don't come in here looking like
What's
Ursula.
What's the little ogre? Oh, the ogre. What's Shrek wife?
I don't know.
Shrek, you can come out here looking like Shrek wife as an ogre, then they turn you to Beyonce on the camera. That's how you look when you do your show. You look good. You know what I'm saying? So you can go from ugly to looking good if you come to True Conglomerate. I don't know if everybody else can do that. I was just saying. All right. It works for me. Praise the Lord. I got a testimony. Come on, every Sunday. Oh.
Hasha.